Hey, what's going on, folks? This is FehtSama. So, I'm going to be playing Moe Era a little bit longer. I figured I'd make a couple shorter episodes about the other two characters, maybe their special dialogue, just to have a nice rounded coverage of the game. So, this episode, we're going to be following Sima's line, and then the next one's Nana. And then, if I think that it needs it, I'll go ahead and do maybe a third, or well, that'll be the last fourth episode about maybe just trying to help everyone and see if that does any sort of different dialogue. The game felt like it had a lot of loose ends, and so that's why I'm going back to this game. I want to make sure that, like, maybe there's this, hopefully there's no secrets or anything that I'm missing, because I really did almost just want to not play anymore. Not necessarily because I didn't like it, but because I felt like there wasn't really much more to discover, but I could be wrong. So one of the biggest things that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for is the cat girl with her little secret messages and stuff. See if there's anything different about that. I know that, like, the notes change depending on how when I'm looking at it, but it also changed when I tried to replay my original playthrough following Marcia's storyline. I kind of went sort of Nana, but then drifted over to Marcia, and I think it just basically decides, okay, who do you actually, like, help out the most, and that's the kind of ending that I get. We're gonna go ahead and follow Sima's storyline, see if there's anything new we can find there, and then we're gonna go through on another episode to find out what Nana has to say, and then I will double check and find out what helping everyone does, like middle of the road sort of thing. And maybe there'll be something new. So thank you guys for joining me. I will be back as soon as I see something different, if I see something different. Okay, so here's our first little diversion. I'm gonna go ahead and talk with Sima and see what she has to say. How are you? Good, thanks. She looks at me with her brilliant eyes and then smiles. That's the toughest part of the conversation, right? When you have to say something but nothing comes to mind. To tell you the truth, I struggle with this just like you. I mean, I could have told you about a dream I once saw, but I don't see dreams. Can't be any better to tell her about the dream I had today. Wow, so exciting. So you say we stood in shining arcs? Yeah, everything was blinking around you. As if it was a but I have no idea. Leonardo da Vinci, I can say that though. If you haven't seen their masterpiece, go and take a look. Mesmerizing. If your dream was true, it'd be so entertaining. Each day would be more and more exciting. Shame it's not going to happen. I mean, it's unlikely that the studies would be included in these 4 days. And stuff like that. See, on the other hand, I enjoy studying, so who knows? So after all, your dreams can't be true. Why do you think so? Think about it. How's it possible to change anything in just 4 days? And by the way, it's very easy to test whether or not you're sleeping. Like in a dream, it's not possible to think of it as a dream. What? No, of course not. It's much easier. Like this. Pinches me. Oh, cool. See, in a dream, you're unlikely to feel anything. Good warning. Don't think it was convincing enough. I need to pinch you as well. I'm afraid we don't know each other well enough to do this. You may sit down. Forming a close bond with your teacher for a risk-free, high-trust environment. That was advertised as a vital part of our experiences here. Maybe that's why Taya teaches us every subject except for physical education. I'm not sure how that's possible. She is the real MVP. Okay, everyone, time for our literature class. All right, I think that's pretty much all of the normal stuff. So let's see. I should be able to just skip ahead. Yeah. All right. Well, I do still like reading, so let me go ahead and check on that. Reading is overrated. Go ahead and skip. Pretty much the same thing. This one I'm going to choose Crime and Punishment. Because Sima likes Crime and Punishment. That fucking... Alright, anyways. And the next one we're going to read... We'll go ahead and check out Winnie the Pooh. Why don't we pick Winnie the Pooh? Yay, my favorite. It's the best book. Sure, for kids. Marcia, trust me, you're only scratching the surface. Every character in this book represents a mental disorder. Well, that is kind of true, I think. If I remember correctly. I didn't expect anything less from you. Can't you see the gap? Why are you doing this to me, game? Seriously, these people aren't old enough. Stop! No! I don't understand what she's talking about. There's probably some translation issues here. They're trying to, like, ham-fist in some sort of, suggestion that, is entirely inappropriate. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a honey thing or whatever over there. And it says honey up there. Pfft, duh. Okay. Winnie the Pooh and the White Rabbit both are likely have obsessive-compulsive disorder. Eeyore's bleak outlook on life could be indicative of depressive disorder. Piglet's constant state of worry could be generalized anxiety disorder. Tigger might have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Okay. I enjoy books with hidden messages. Nana, I think you're complicating things here. I'm amused how you turned a story about friends into a dark and gloomy tale. You'll get it when you grow up. I wonder which character you mostly identify with, Nana. Nana is our Tigger. Who are you calling a Tigger? And look who's talking, Miss Rabbit. Okay, what about Sima? Piglet? The only Piglet here is you, Nana. Maybe I'm too boring to properly represent the character after all. And who's our Christopher Robin? Marcia, it's inappropriate to joke about schizophrenia. You know, I once heard that every fourth person has it. So, luckily, it's not me. Me neither. Same here. All that's left is they're looking at Yuki like, are you schizo? Unless Taya is. Okay, class, let's take it easy, shall we? It's up to you to decide what to see in Winnie the Pooh, cuddly animals or mental illness. By the way, Nana, you didn't say anything about the author, Alan. Time often keeps the masterpiece, but omits the name of its author. Okay, class. If you have any questions, now's the time. What's your favorite book? My favorite book, you say? That's The Little Prince. All right, so I've heard this dialogue before. All right. Okay, so I think this is the one where they're asking about, do you like slim girls? And, I've already made my opinion. Yeah, I do like slim girls. Did you say? What did you say? See? Let's get started. I like potato chips. Okay, cool. Go ahead and skip this thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a fancy cake. All done. What comes next? Well, you choose the filling. We'll go ahead and do custard. I'm not entirely sure what we're going here. Last is the topping. Topping is going to be a very classic cherry on top. The imaginary cake is ready. Looks a bit strange. I should have been the one making it. I appreciate your effort, but it doesn't look very good. It's the same answer. It doesn't matter. Alright, anyways, so we have a conversation over cookies. On my way out, when I stumbled into Sima. Oh, here's some more Sima dialogue. I hoped you enjoyed the club today. It was memorable. By the way, I'm glad you picked Crime and Punishment today. It would have been a crime not to do so. What are you doing here? I wanted to write a report about our meeting, but I'm too tired. I think I'll just head home. Where to? Turned out, we lived near each other? Yeah, there's some translation issue there. I wonder if you qualify for a boy next door, Yuki. Well, I'm kind of questioning your motives here with the way you presented that book earlier. The only way to tell is for me to keep you company. Sure, why not? Well, she's straightforward, I guess. Somehow I said it out loud. What's so surprising? Never thought you'd accept. I'm curious to hear why, Yuki. See, now we even have a topic to discuss. I'm sorry, we somewhat left you alone at the club. We got dragged away. It's okay, don't worry. But it's so nice of you to be worried, you know? I really managed to unwind, just chilling, listening to your debates. You guys really like to argue. Well, everyone does. Everyone likes to argue, if you know what it's all about. Arguing means exchanging opinions, right? Yeah, whenever you use the word argue, it's not necessarily a negative word. It's just another word for debating. Actually, it's more accurate whenever you say the word argue, depending on the context. Because, you know, opposing opinions and trying to sway the other person's perspective on whatever subject they're talking about. Guess what? People tend to think that the key point of a debate is to win it. Oh, nice. I guess Sima's going to get right into what I was talking about. They don't even understand that there are no right and wrong opinions. It's all subjective. It's a rather complex concept. Don't think too many would get it. That's why now I'd rather stay away from arguing than wasting my time. Meaning that before you used to like debates? You bet, but it all went downhill after one day. Tell me the story. Well, they tried to gather a women's volleyball team to represent my city in one big tournament. Before that, the team was comprised mainly of girls from the same school. They had the best training grounds, a great coach, lots of experience. Then it was decided that they don't give other girls any chance to play at all. Next thing you know, they said that half of the roster should be filled from other schools. And the reasoning? Equality. What happened next? They booted me out when I said they don't understand what equality means. What do you mean? Equality is when the team consists of the best players in town, regardless of their schools. Sometimes, something tells me the new team didn't win the tournament. They were destroyed. Yeah, I don't mind the whole diversity stuff that some people like to champion or whatever. But there is a kind of, you know, you gotta have some reasoning with it, and not just diversity for the sake of diversity. You should probably, depending on the nature of the thing, you know, have the intent of being smart about what you're doing. When you're, you know, being closed off on ideas, and that's destructive, that can be negative to the concept. But when you try to open up to other options, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be vague, but it's not like coming off vague. Anyways, you guys probably understand what I mean. It's sometimes it's like, why did they do that? It turns into a virtue signal sort of type of thing, instead of trying to create diversity for the sake of actually implementing a positive and positive outcome. If it's taking away, it kind of defeats the purpose. It actually creates the opposite sort of thing. Maybe Sima's going to talk about it, but I feel like, you know, a lot of those cases where they try to, like, I don't know. I guess it's a very touchy subject. Hopefully Sima was able to, like, talk about it properly. Let's see, I probably picked yet another boring topic. Nah, I'm fine with it, seriously. No way, we must start casual chit-chat like normal people do. Chit-chat about what? Well, I like cats and fancy dresses and everything. Darn it, I guess Sima's not going to talk about it. It kind of makes sense, though. It is a very heavy subject to get into. Sometimes I talk about sophisticated things, but it's not on purpose. I try my best to hide a smile. Oh, wait, Yuki tries to hide a smile. Okay. It's evening already, time sure flies. So, what's so surprising about us walking home together? Oh, it's, well, like I told you, I never thought you'd accept. You seem a bit distant and resorted, that's why. Hey, that's not true. Maybe it seems like that because of the way I behave. And yes, it takes me some time to open up, but it's only normal. There's a key. I always mind my manners. Don't you think it can lead people away? Not really, why? Let's say you run into someone who wears the same outfit as you. Oh my, Yuki, you picked the worst example for a girl. In that case, I'd try to cross the street. I just wanted to say a lot of people... I just wanted to say a lot of people won't have enough courage to approach you. Who knows, maybe one of them could have become your friend. Instead, they would simply think you're not interested. Yuki, don't get me started about that, okay? Did I say something wrong? No, it's just... well, that's a different story. Maybe I'll tell you later. I always thought Sima's been very popular throughout her life, but somehow her words make me less confident about it. Anyway, real friends are so rare that I'm unlikely to find them in the streets. It's worth the try, I think, because a friend can stay with you forever. I'm afraid my friendships don't last, Yuki. What happens? I tend to think that people are good friends while you're even. However, as soon as you start doing better, they think you're out of their league and become increasingly distant. Don't know whether they're envious or just feeling uncomfortable. I think I know what you're talking about. But what you probably don't know is that I come from a wealthy, noble family. Trust me, it makes things even worse. Something tells me you'd never make a big deal out of it. Exactly. Still, my social status alone is enough for people to alienate me. Money ruins friendships. What's even worse, friends often become leeches. When I'm not able to help them, they're all like, but it means nothing to you. What a Scrooge. Have you tried looking for someone within your social circle? Blech. I can't deal with rich kids. Oh dear, this crowd. Today I choose Crime and Punishment, but in fact I should have gone with Vanity Fair. Hey, I wouldn't mind being your friend. What for? I don't think there should be a reason. ... She whispers something. What did you say? I said we'll see. And now it's time for me to go, Yuki. I enjoyed the discussion. You know, if we talk about first impression, you certainly seem different from others. The question is, will you make this impression last? See you tomorrow. Just a very confident girl. 10 minutes walk and then tea and slippers. Home sweet home. Edgy movies and games often have a lengthy monologue about the main hero's room. Okay, so we've already seen this dialogue. Let's go ahead and skip ahead here. Alright, and it looks like it skipped the message, but I think the letter, honestly, is just kind of random. Let's go ahead and play the game just to keep the thing contextual. I want to play the game. Thank you. What is going on here? Right. So let's go ahead and skip this. This is a lot of dialogue, not gonna lie. Alright, so now we are going to choose Sima. I wonder if I chose Nana the first time we went through here. You're being weird. I don't recognize any of these names. Oh, okay, so it's the same thing, basically. Cool. Can I go to the true route? Nope, can't do it. I try to push the button, but nothing happens. Maybe I should try it tomorrow. Alright, and then we got this dream simulator thing here again. Are you kidding me? Really? Why'd you have to skip Sima's dialogue? Uh-oh. This might have been bad. I might have messed up, guys. Oh, no, wait, it's the same thing. Okay, so we do have the same conversation with Sima in that regard. I think it's because we meet her early that morning, just in general. Grocery store sort of place, I think. Alrighty. Math in the future tends to be Sima's thing, which, you know, is talking about big data. Alright, I already know about big data concept. Okay, cool. Maid outfit, kind of interesting, but let's see. Math and success. This is Marsha's subject. She's more of a college. I like that little whiteboard thing there. Is there anything I can do to interact with that? No. Let's see here. Something, something, I just missed all of that dialogue. Oh wait, I can check the history real quick here. What'd she say? Great choice, Yuki. Do you guys want to be successful in earning a lot of money? Nana wants to. Okay, I don't have much material possession. I don't value material possessions that much, but you have my interest. It's all possible if you're good at math. Take gambling mechanics, for example. Let's imagine we're in, say, Las Vegas, and it's evening now. Gambling mathematics can be included in game theory. It's all about probability of an event to occur. Let me give you an example. I don't understand these pictures. Imagine yourself near a roulette table. It has 2 zones, 36 numbers, 18 red and 18 black. If you bet any amount of money on red, your chance to win is 18 out of 38, right? However, if you lose, it's 20-38 chance. 20 is superior to 18, therefore odds are not in your favor. It's very simple, yet the reason casinos exist. If you think I forgot about luck, luck is called standard deviation here. It's an expectation of a range of your earnings after a couple of rounds. That range is increasingly negative. The more you play, the more you lose. Players also come up with various betting systems such as martingale. If you double the bet after every loss, the first win recovers everything. So if you're good at math, it can get you rich. Predicting things, just how exciting could it be? Told you. But what if if what you said is true, how are you not rich? Hey, I can't even play yet. If you listened carefully, you'd notice the chance of losing stacks over time. You'd notice the chance of losing stacks over time. Okay. And it's very hard to stop due to the nature of gambling. However, I heard that you can also use game theory on stock market. That's right, stock traders from the biggest banks use it. So they're like employed at the bank, right? So what of it? Why don't they quit their jobs and trade on their own? I mean, if that game theory really works. Well, maybe you can't predict everything. Like what bra size you're going to be. No. God damn. So you admit it. Hey! What did you just ask? It's funny. Marcia, thanks, well done. I believe in game theory, but our world is a bit illogical. Things tend to happen just because. Who knows, maybe that's what makes our world beautiful. I guess that's it for today. Cool. Break time. Hallway always feels a bit... Okay, so this is Ermi approaching about, like, which girl am I gonna choose? And they're gonna basically ask, who should I help? I'm gonna help Sima this time around. I'd like to help Sima. It's so nice of you, Yuki. I promise it won't be bothersome. And Taya decides to ask me, okay, and she wants me basically to clean up the room, so cool. Oh, here we go. Sima was in the classroom. That's new. Sima was actually waiting for me in the geography class. I hope you didn't wait for too long. Just a couple of minutes, nothing much. I was busy being envious. Envious of what? Envious about Lena, of course. Who's Lena? Someone who's being loved. Oh, I see. Looks like Sima is eager to chat. How was your day? And she almost started laughing. I'm so sorry. It's really inappropriate of me, but so funny. I value the fact that you tried so hard to come up with a decent topic. I would have never found one myself. I just asked what people ask, like, in general. Do you want me to answer in the same fashion? How was your day? It was okay. Just okay? Anything happened? Not really. I see. By the way, thanks for the tea yesterday. It's excellent, right? I found this gem like a month ago. Or was it 2 months ago? Anyway, I was with my friends when you look bored already. Or you look bored already. And I haven't even started. Oh, come on, Yuki. Maybe it's better to stay silent from time to time. Now I tend to think you're right. However, I still want to discuss something really interesting, but I'm not a mind reader. Well, your idea to thank me for something random wasn't half bad. Random? It's better not to read my mind. What if I decided to think bad of you? And hey, some thoughts are private. I would pay a lot to know what girls think about me. Then you'd soon find other girls you know nothing about. I don't really get it. See, it's not that easy to read me. Let's see. I've heard that there are certain visual signs indicating that a girl likes you. Like what? For instance, when she bites her upper lip. Interesting. Who said this? I watched a video on the internet. What kind of video was it? Was there a muscular guy coming in, like, fix her PC to fix her PC? Sima, how come you're aware of these kinds of videos? I'm pretty knowledgeable, but let's get back on our topic. If a girl bit her lip constantly, she'd look like a duck. And now that I think about it, I see a lot of girls like this every day. It's lip surgery. They're trying to look beautiful. For whom, I wonder? Now I want to change the topic, but let's decide who does what. I'm talking about cleaning. Any ideas? Sure. Could you fill this bucket, get a mop, and wash the floor? What about you? I'll be your personal muse, Yuki. I'm kind of picky when it comes to muses, you know? What do you look for? I need my muse to call me a hero. And reward the hero with a juicy kiss. Just straight off the bat. Reward for what? Can Marcia go in? Nana. Enter Nana and Marcia. What? I saw you practically leaning on this door, so I thought I'd do you a favor and open it. But why would you sneak in on me? Why would you cry out loud after that? It's because I walk like a ninja. As for crying out loud, I just wanted to mind my manners. Oh, I see Marcia was eavesdropping. I intended to knock in the doorway. Sure you did. Girls, can I ask you a question? We're worried about you. Yeah, what if Yuki is a pervert? Hey, what did I do to deserve being called a pervert? Let's assume you got to like Sima. Are you trying to say only perverts like me? Anyway, I'm happy you all are here now. See, now what do you want us to do with this guy? I want you to help him clean. You see, there's a mop where the mop is, right? To my surprise, Nana and Marcia actually helped me. Hey, Sima, it's not, I don't know who's talking. It's not that righteous at all when she's less buttoned up. So, if I could what? I have no idea what he's trying to say there. Okay, whatever. The rest of the day passed by really quick. We don't have any after-school activities, and I'm on my way home. Someone pats me on the shoulder. It's Sima. Hi, Yuki. From a distance, it looks like you don't know where to go. It doesn't matter as long as you keep me company. Oh. How's your week going, Yuki? Going great, just a little bit tired. Get some rest. You'll be ready so you'll be ready for career day. Excited about it? I am. Did I say something wrong? Nothing at all. It's just, you see, I'm in constant fear of missing out. What do you mean? I always think that I should have been busy with something else. Maybe I should have gone to another school. A few years ago, I declined an invitation for a movie audition. What if I missed the opportunity of a lifetime? Tomorrow won't be any different. And I know it probably sounds laughable. Is there anything to laugh about? Trust me, there is, simply because nothing matters very much, and few things matter at all. Care to explain? Well, it's a long story. Maybe next time, Yuki. By the way, I'm a root of that fear. I'm a root of that fear for some. Funny, isn't it? What do you mean? Others often think they miss out on something I do. If I stay late studying so that the next day I have dark circles under my eyes, other girls would gossip about me spending the whole night out. If they invite me somewhere and I'm busy, they think I simply rejected them. That I have something better to do. See why it's so amusing? They're envious about missing out on something they imagine I'm doing. Something that doesn't even exist. They also say they can't understand me, and I look reserved. In the end, they stop approaching me altogether. I'm not reserved. It's simply my everyday expression. I'm sorry, you know? Sorry that I don't look like your average cheerleader. Wow, I mean, I think you're very popular if we just met. I'd think you're very popular if we just met. That's exactly what everyone assumes, Yuki. Oh well, it only means I should treasure those who see the real me. I'd be happy to learn more about you, the real you, Sima. Is that so? What if you simply lose the interest after a while? What if you find me pretty boring? It'd be painful, Yuki. I hate losing people after I've grown accustomed to them. I'd never do something like this. But if you think I should stay away, just let me know. I can't. I'd be missing out. Oh my, I'm making a fool out of myself. Do you mean what you said about willing to know me better? I do. Well, time will show if it's true. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Whoa, did you really say this? So what if I did? It's one of the better sides of being a girl. I can say a lot, but then pretend it means nothing. On that note, it's time for me to go. See you. I feel like some of this is kind of out of my bounds to even comment on. It's probably has a few points, but I can't say I relate. So yeah. Alrighty. Man, I'm beat. My mind goes over what I heard on the way home. Never judge a book by its cover. Okay, so checking on the sister. Same dialogue as before. Okay, cat girl showed up again. Honestly, I forgot about that strange pixelated thing. And yeah, it keeps changing around and I can't click on it or nothing. Alright, time for Ermi's masterpiece. Play Ermi's game. And it's probably going to be the last little bit where it's like cry for room. Or cry for help or whatever you want to call it. Alright, yeah, who's going to read this? This is the dream sequence. Oh, it's just going to skip ahead because it's... Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next track. Let's go ahead and skip that one because we already listened to the music. And we're moving on. I guess it's nice with the skip feature if it's like the dialogue isn't really that different. Hence, whenever I was worried about Sima, oh, do I have to click? It ain't much, but it's honest work. Alright, let's go ahead and skip past this stuff. Hopefully it doesn't skip past anything new. Yeah, this is the career day thing. Alright, so I am going to help Sima. A promise is a promise, so I help Sima. What do we got here? Capital? Some trading stuff. Helps some large company who seemingly sells everything in the world. Hi, Yuki. I'm glad you volunteered to help me here. So what's the job you advertised? A manager. A manager of what? Of a brand. It's called a brand manager. Oh, it means selling stuff? No, these guys are from the sales department. Then it means being responsible for the design and all? No, once again, the other guys do this. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Be the one in charge of making things happen. Look, you can help me with the handouts. You know, can you help me with the handouts? Just be ready to give me some more, okay? I see our first visitor. It's a girl from another class. Oh wow, this company looks so cool. Like everyone would be excited to work there. You bet. Would you like to be part of this company? Yeah, although I'm a bit concerned about one thing. What exactly? I've heard your company is sexist. In what regard? I heard it's heavily biased against women. Who told you this? You know, they say that the work itself is fair. The issue is with the recruiting process. It mainly recruit males, and that's a problem. It can't be. Look, now I'm concerned as well. I'm going to ask a representative. Cool, I'm waiting here. Translation. Sima comes back after a few minutes. Okay, now I know everything, and I can assure you that everything is fair. So the recruiting is totally fair because they do double-blind hiring. You pass all the tests, then you do the written case all anonymously. Your identity is only revealed once the 20 best results are identified. This year they plan to hire 20 interns again. Oh, I see. But how come last year 15 males and only 5 females were hired? ... The girl pulls on and puts on a smug face and leaves. What's wrong with her? I'm all for equality, but I really support it. Another girl approaches our booth. Hey, wow, a big name here. Didn't expect it. So, real quick though, one thing I wanted to touch on for anyone that's not aware, most of the time, companies with these double-blind experiments processes that they do, it really just comes down to the ratio of who's applying for the position. Like, I don't want to get too political in these kind of conversations, but the main reason like really high managerial positions are occupied by men, especially in modern society where it is kind of a concern, is that there are more male applicants that want those positions than there are female. Not saying there's anything wrong with the females not applying for high-end positions, but it's just it's like engineering, for instance. There's more men that are into that sort of thing than women. So when it comes back and the results show like more guys were hired in this particular field than women, not every female wants to be a construction worker or some sort of architect. Sometimes it's just a job that's more appealing to one crowd than the other. So you can't just like superficially look at the information or from face value. You have to kind of take into consideration the different the different background aspects as to like how it led to that small group of people and why the 15-to-5 ratio deal. It's just it can also come down like to basically what appeals to different people. There's still a majority of people still like to be certain ways that they've always been for hundreds of years, and a lot of the times those big suit and coat, whatever jobs you want to call it, that's just traditionally a job more appealing to the male applicant than the female applicant. You can say I don't know. I think I've pretty much said everything I need to say about that. I don't want to get too deep into these subjects, but I just figured I'd let you guys know. You can't just say, "Oh, look at that." I mean, 15-to-5. They didn't interview enough females or something like that. But then if you go and try to artificially add more females to that pool, that defeats the purpose of the double-blind initial part of the application process. So, it's kind of like, if, I don't know what you want to say, what you want to call it. It'll make sense for those that even like care about this subject. Those that want to just like deliver some sort of one-liner or whatever. It's important information to be aware of for those that actually care about changing that particular issue, I would say. That's my opinion on that sort of subject. But, for anyone that wasn't aware, a lot of the times there's certain demographics that are more, like for instance, like a housekeeping thing. That is, honestly, I haven't done any research, but I think it's primarily females that do like to do the housekeeping role. Not because guys can't do a good job, but it just is more appealing for the female demographic to apply for those kind of positions. So I'm pretty sure, anyone could get any job if they had the gumption to and they had the skills to prove themselves. I mean, look at YouTube. The CEO is Susan What's-Her-Face, but she's not some guy. She's a girl, and she got probably one of the best jobs that's in the country right now for in terms of like running some sort of company. So yeah, I think that you can't really I don't know. It's hard to get my words out on that. I think we'll just go ahead and move on and leave it at that. You want to work here? Let's see. Of course. However, I'm afraid they won't let me get in. So this is another person that's approached the booth. Sima gets a little bit more tense, knowing what's going to happen next. Why do you think so? What do you mean? I'm not good enough yet. Simple as that. However, you'll see me becoming the best in no time. Oh, so that's what you mean. I'm sure you'll make it. Look, aren't you afraid that the recruiting process will be unfair? Do I need to have connections to get in or what? No, of course not. They use blind hiring. You pass all the tests, then you do the written case all anonymously. Your identity is only revealed once the 20 best results are identified. This year they plan to hire 20 interns. Ha, then everything depends only on me. Moreover, I'll call my friends. There will be 20 female interns. See, I guess that kind of short. That's the long short of it, right there. She takes a hand out and leaves. See, Yuki, it's all about your personality. Everything else doesn't matter. I fully agree with this. We returned to our class after that. I think we did well. Why don't we celebrate? Let's go to Dorsha. Okay, so this is the dinner luncheon thingy. Let's go ahead and skip on ahead. Hopefully it doesn't go too far ahead. All right, so now the dinner, the luncheon's over. I'm gonna get going. I bet you, if it does affect it, Sima's gonna show up first. Yep, Sima showed up. Okay, so the first one to come back is Sima. Welcome back. Where are the others? Still there. They told me to come first. I have no idea why. It's an awesome place, right? It sure is. My second time here, and only gets better. Oh, so you've been here before? I couldn't help it. Nana's voucher looked way too exciting. Why didn't you tell us? Well, it's an expensive place, so I tried to be considerate. That's very nice of you. I wanted to return here. Doubt I can afford myself a dinner, though. I'd rather have another one of their delicious cakes. Back then, did you go alone or with your family? Alone. My family is in another country, silly. Right, I'm being stupid. Is it just me, or do you want to tell me something? Well, I don't know where to begin. Anywhere will do. So, I'd like to return. I really like to return here, but I don't want to go alone. Why don't you take Ermi? That guy seems a bit lonely. Oh my, this sounds like a polite rejection. I probably should. That's not what you expected me to say. It means you did want to tell me something. I see. I thought it would be cool to return here with a girl. How romantic. Who could that girl be? You. Me? You want to invite me along? Oh my. Forget it. I know you're not interested. There goes Yuki's confidence out the window. You probably have a wait list of other guys and all. So stupid of me. ... You're only stupid because you managed to get it all wrong. I'll repeat it for the first and last time, Yuki. Do you want to invite me along to come here? I do. I accept. What? Between us, this is my first invitation. Please be gentle, okay? You're kidding me. I'm not. That dinner I had here, I didn't go alone because I wanted to, you know? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How about we go tomorrow? Sure, I'm looking forward to it. Would 2 p.m. work for you? Sure. Yeah, because Sima already explained that, a lot of people have a lot of like high expectations of her, even just like in passive interaction, they figure, you know, because of her status, that she's got better things to do than interact with them. So it actually kind of, in a way, steals opportunities for her to have those relationships, and for, you know, no one's the wiser because she can't, like, she's too modest to say it, and they're too timid about the fact that, you know, they think she's out of their league to approach them on the subject. A very relatable story, I would say. I don't feel too well. Better get to sleep early. I wonder what my sister's doing. Your face is all red. Are you okay? Tomorrow is Friday. Will you spend time with me? By the way, that girl came yet again. What did the cat girl have to say? Oh, that girl. Right, the scroll. And the stuff's moving around. It's definitely, it's different again, but I'm too tired to be surprised about it. I don't understand. I don't know if this game is actually complete, or if I'm missing the purpose behind that. Enough with it. I better go to bed now. It doesn't, I don't know what to do, because, like, left click on anywhere on the screen, like, interacts with the screen, progresses the dialogue, so it's like, I don't know, does anything light up whenever I hover over it? It doesn't look like it. Let's see, I woke up with a slight headache. It's like I had a fever yesterday. Well, who cares about yesterday? Today is the day. Oh, nice, we actually do get the dinner. Oh, nice to meet you there, Sima. You got some nice pants. Arrives 5 minutes late. Or Sima arrives 5 minutes late. Something tells me it was carefully planned. Fashionably late. I make a visible effort to concentrate on her eyes. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard. How are you, Yuki? Hello. Oh. Hi, I'm doing great. Glad to hear it. Well, shall we take a seat? We've got a decent table, and relief washes over me in an awesome wave. We had such a lovely time here yesterday. Yeah. Shame we didn't try the best dessert. Which one? It's obvious from the first glance. From the first glance, you say. Give it a try. I show Sima my selection. What do you know, Yuki? It's on your list. You know what I'm going to ask next, don't you? Which one is the best one? I'm going to go with this weird Frenchy one. I think is what she would choose, probably. Correct. Am I this easy to read? Nah, I just think you like really fancy stuff. But in a tasteful way, I think. It's probably justified, given her upbringing. Well, it's just the first chapter. I picked something for myself. We're all set. Do you feel the same, Yuki? Excited? Nervous? Pretty close. Yeah, maybe. I'm very nervous, you know? I see. I'm not that good at small talk. People often think I'm boring. Really? I can't believe it. These people are not your people, then. I'll be the more practical answer here. Maybe you're right. Hey, Yuki. Tell me something. Anything you want to know? No, silly. Tell me something. Something, you say. Honestly, nothing comes to my mind. Why? Is it because of me? I think so. Nothing comes to mind because I only think of you. Aw, that's cute. You're flattering me, Yuki. Sorry, I didn't say stop. Is there something special about me? She's pretty. She is pretty, but yeah, she's pretty. That's pretty much why. I see. Did I say anything wrong? No, of course not. I appreciate your words. I just wonder if there's anything else. You're so strong and independent. Everything. I think I would just say everything. I know that those are very direct, but I think it's hitting, like, being too obvious. Everything. Everything. Everything, but nothing in particular, I guess. I mean it. Okay. Really, it's a whole list of things explaining what's great about you. You're also on my list now, I think. The list of people who are not my people. Aw, did I choose wrong? We finish our desserts in awkward silence. Sima gives me nothing but one-word replies. I guess only good manners stop her from leaving right now. Having asked for the bill, I catch a relieved look on her face. Aw, did I just, like, mess up for some reason? I think the translation probably gave those casual answers. I don't know. Thanks for today, Yuki. I enjoyed my time here. The pleasure is all mine. You know, come to think, I should have probably chosen just, like, the more direct. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be the more direct answers. I should have probably... I don't know. Let's see here. Hey, let's take a short walk. Sorry, Yuki. I'm afraid I need to go home right now. I really need to catch up on my studies. I'll walk you home then. I don't want to bother you. You're not bothering me at all. Really, it's fine. See you Monday, Yuki. See you. Sima leaves in a hurry. Alright, I might have messed that one up. I should probably be like... let's see here. I walked slowly down the street. Where do I go? Well, it doesn't matter. The sky is so beautiful today. Why do I feel so bad? I mean, yeah, today wasn't the best day of my life, but still, I still have quite a lot of time on my hands. Everything's going to be alright. I keep staring at the sky, still feeling uneasy. Well, whatever. As for now, I'll just go home and relax. But man, this sky, I need to take a picture. Alright, so I probably should have saved. I am awful with these visual novels. Okay, so let me go back there, and instead of being super excited just to progress to the end of the story, let's actually try and be more considerate about what those answers are during that date. I want to find out if... yeah, I didn't save. I should have saved before the date. Alright, yeah, anyways, I will be back, and I'll give my opinions on things whenever when I get back. Alright, so let's go ahead and choose the practical one right there. Alright, so I'm going to have to say self-control. Let's see what she says about self-control. Oh, thank you. What's the secret? It's simple. Few things matter, Yuki. I don't buy it. What about our exams, career plans, and all? And all temporary and silly things. In 5 years, you're going to look back and laugh. Trust me, our problems are nothing serious. And what is serious enough for you? Let me think. Say, having nothing to eat, or nowhere to sleep. Death of someone precious to you. Now, career plans, you say. Even if you don't get a prestigious job, so what of it? Less people going to say you're doing great? It's not about people, it's about money. Money gives you freedom. I'd be lying if I said it's not true. However, freedom costs little, Yuki. Having a good lifestyle isn't expensive at all. Not expensive for those who have the money? But is it really nice enough? Let me see here. A good lifestyle means, like, I don't know, having a personal yacht, I guess. But you don't really need it. It's a common misunderstanding. I should probably have saved before I can go too far. Hopefully it's not too far in this. But you don't really need it. It's a common misunderstanding. See, money makes drastic improvements on your life only for so long. Say a pair of shoes is worth $100 is likely to be good enough. Then you get yourself another one, this time worth $2,000. I guess it's even better. Right, but usually not 20 times more. A dinner at a 3-star Michelin restaurant is good, but is worth the extra price compared to your favorite cafe. I'm not even talking about a dinner with your family. At some point, everything becomes good enough, not worth the extra money. Sadly, you can only learn it from your own experience. That's why the rich often say money isn't everything, and the poor hate them for that. Let's learn to enjoy the little things, Yuki. How about we start from our desserts? We'll take our time. Hey, do you like art? Yeah, why? There's an exhibition nearby. I heard it's quite good. You want to go? Oh, she's inviting me to another place already. I guess I just needed to say one good answer. Probably that other one was like a fallback if I didn't choose right, which I didn't choose right because I didn't jump on the fucking, you know, confident sort of train. I just thought they were too obvious. I don't know. I wanted to try and keep things casual, but apparently that's not how she likes things, so. Okay, if you keep me company, I'm afraid I have to leave soon. Ha, that face you made was priceless. I'll go with you, Yuki. The exhibition is right across the corner, so we decided to take a walk. Oh, nice, we get more stuff here. The wind is picking up. Wow. With her hair like that, Sima looks like a Valkyrie. Sounds a bit cheesy, but who cares? What? Nothing. My hair is probably a mess. Why won't this wind stop? Maybe because it listens to my prayers? Let it be not the mere breeze, but a mighty gale. This is where the showstopper, showstopper, I guess. We admire it for a while. I'm glad you invited me here, Yuki. Honestly, I was surprised. Why? How should I put it? Say, do you visit places like this often with other girls? Yeah, well, from time to time. Oh, I see. Just so you know, no one has invited me before. They don't know what they've missed, Sima. She says nothing, but she moves closer to me. Much closer. Do you think this picture is beautiful? Not as beautiful as something else I see right now. Actually, it's not something, it's someone. Aw, I'm getting all cutesy. Who are you talking about? You. Wait a second, Yuki. Oh, she's backing off. Did I not do it right? Oh no. I know that voice. I'm afraid I also know what comes next. Rejection. What is it, huh? What? What do you mean? Come on, wait a second is a rejection flat out. Do you know why I asked you to wait? Simply because I wanted to cherish this moment. Can we go for a walk? The air is stale here. Sure. We leave the exhibition. I need to clarify a few things here, but before that, I have to deal with this rain. My umbrella is good for two. Oh, cool. She leans under my umbrella, and she's so close. Do you like it when it rains? The air is fresh. I like the sound of raindrops. Hey, Yuki. Yes? Don't even think about taking your words back. I won't, but it's a bit tough for me right now. What do you mean? Do you feel what I feel? What do you mean? That face of yours again. I do. Doesn't sound too convincing when you only say it once. Yuki, don't ever make a girl repeat it. You can say something new then. I like it when it rains. I like you when it rains. She's dangerously close now. Hey. Promise you'll never take what you said back. I promise. You better be honest, Yuki. Otherwise I'll kill you. But only after. Only after we kiss. Aww. My mind is all hazy. It was a good date, I guess. Alright, well, lesson of this, I guess, at least in, Sima's case, just be direct. Like, I don't know. I haven't dated in a while, so I wouldn't know exactly how to play that sort of game. I kind of feel like, in hindsight, though, I do feel like the direct approach. I figure at the point of the date, just don't hold anything back. At least in this case, definitely don't even try to be casual. Just say what's on your heart. I'm so excited. After we said goodbye to each other, I mindlessly roamed the streets, with a big, happy grin on my face. She gave me this picture before heading home. The sky looks as if she took it like an hour ago. I'll cherish the memories from today. Man, I'm so excited. I feel like a new chapter in my life is about to start. A new beginning, a whole era. And this era is going to be all mine. Cool. Oh, this is different. What's going on here? Hmm. So I get business. Wait. So time's going by. Marriage. Baby. What are you doing, game? Old stick with medicine pills, memento, and I'm not entirely sure I understand the whole death knell thing going there, but let's see. I don't know. Maybe I revealed some sort of new thing here. Welcome back. You see, Yuki, they say that the vast majority of people will never amount to anything. We're circling back around to the original topic at hand. But you're not one of them, right? It's about time you get an answer. The end. Oh my. I'm afraid this doesn't look very promising. Well, what did I expect? A miracle? I've lost count of how many times it's ended like this. Nothing but a meaningless blank space. Maybe I should admit it and let go. Yuki, say something at least. Where am I? What's going on? Why, you've been here before, don't you remember? So? Oh yeah, I've visited this place in a dream. And now I'm dreaming again, right? I don't know. You tell me, Yuki. If you say it's a dream, then wake up and message her. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? And if you say it's not a dream, you're welcome to stay here for a bit. Alright, I'm going to save because I have no idea what's going on, but this is definitely taking a different turn than I expected. Maybe I didn't do the Marcia one either, right? Let's see. I don't think it's a dream. I want to continue and find out what's going on with Catgirl. I think that's who we want to contact as that person. Oh my, I didn't expect that from you. Very well, Yuki, let's talk. Is there anything you want to know? Where am I? What's going on? You're in my home. Welcome. Be my guest, Yuki. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what's going on? It turns out the story of your life is actually empty. As promised, we made those 4 days very different. We thought it would make you realize that what you want to do with your life. Math, arts, business, well, you name it. You've seen it for yourself. Guess what? Nothing worked, as always. I made sure it's not a mistake, by the way. I've done a test run of your life, so to speak. I think you caught a glimpse of it in your room several minutes ago. It's interesting that the photo you had on your table, it remained as the brightest memory you've ever had in your entire life. People often reminisce about the good old days, but why is it always high school or university? Why not something else? I can only assume people usually plan to think big in life when they're young. But life doesn't care much about living to their expectations. I tell you what, I wanted to be a jet pilot when I was a kid, but then... It's always about but then, Yuki. Oh well. By the way, I thought you'd be interested in knowing who I really am. I thought I knew it. Allow me to introduce myself properly, Yuki. My real name is Adrestia, the distributor of rewards and punishments. I'm the one in charge here. Here? You said it's your home, right? I'm not the only one who lives here. It's the home of Moe-ira. Okay, whatever. Oh, I misspelled it again. It's the home of Moira. Moira? I have no idea. I'm looking after the 3 fates of Moira. The 3 sisters who decide the fate of every human. Meet Nana. She wasn't the one you've spent the most of your time with. Or should I call her Clotho, the spinner? These must be Greek gods or something like that. She said that name doesn't suit her at all. She also goes by the name of Nona. Nana is simply a cuter version of it. Clotho, or Nana, is responsible for spinning the thread of human life. By the way, sometimes we get bored with this and start writing on paper. That's what we've done with the story of your life. Like I told you, all three sisters are responsible for your fate. However, Nana's the first one to assume who you're going to be in life. A farmer, a rock star, or both? That's why Nana often looks bored. She can guess the ending from the start. Nana finds little joy in making forecasts. Moreover, her projections are often foggy or show nothing but emptiness. Nana suspects herself of doing a mediocre job. She says it's the reason why so many people live exactly that, a mediocre life. From another side, she's even more annoyed of people doing nothing to get better. That's why she calls them non-playable characters. Insulting people that are just on autopilot, basically. She likes fun and cute things because it helps her to unwind. Enter Sima. You got to know her quite well, I give you that. Her real name is Lachesis? I have no idea. How do you pronounce that? The Alauder. She also goes by the name of Sima. I guess that makes sense. Give it another go, and then you think Sima suits her better, don't you think? She decides how much lifetime is allowed for each person. Having all the time in the world on her hands makes her the richest one. Her observant nature is accompanied by calmness and patience. I don't know why it's revealing all of this now. I haven't followed the Nana path. Kind of feels like we're kind of jumping to some sort of conclusion before knowing, part of the story that leads up to this. Sima enjoys small things as they tend to make a big difference. She's very delicate because she knows that one wrong step can ruin your life. When we're bored and use paper instead of threads, she's the one to write on it. As Sima watches over your whole life, she gets really attached over time. A human life is finite, so Sima always loses her friends in the end. Friends are temporary, loneliness is eternal for Sima. Maybe because of that, she develops a somewhat cold and distant attitude. However, deep down, she's warm. She's a warm and caring soul. And finally, here's Marcia. She wasn't the one you've spent the most of your time with. You said finally on purpose. Her real name is Atropos? I have no idea. The Inflexible. She's also known by the name of Morcia. Morcia, that name reminds you of death, right? Marcia thought the same, so one letter was changed. Now, death is actually her domain. She's the oldest one among the three fates. She cuts the thread of life. In your case, she'd just shred or tear that paper. She's very short-tempered, and that's right, inflexible. Marcia is a really hard worker. She can't allow herself to relax as people die every day, every second. As Marcia's mission is the grimmest, she can look rude from time to time. Few people love Marcia because of her job, and those who do, well, those are the people who want to die. Most must be tough for Marcia. She has a fragile heart underneath her callous exterior. Also, Marcia often feels inferior as she only excels in destruction. She also feels like she lacks the talent to do anything else. Well, that's pretty much it for introductions, Yuki. What do you think? Strangely enough, the girls always remind me of someone. What's so strange about that? You met the three sisters of fate. Each one of them is like a collective character, you see? Okay, what about that room with the arcade machine in it? What are you talking about? I do a quick recap of my dreams. That's pretty funny. Do you want an honest answer? I don't know. See, a human brain always tries to justify everything. It went to a safe mode right after we first met, so he made up this room. But hey, you have a great imagination. You too. Oh dear. Why do humans always waste everything I give them? I've actually done my best. 3 beautiful girls, 3 countries, interesting activities. But while you were busy playing that slot machine, time passed by. Each day was like a series of episodes poorly sewn together. That's how the vast majority of people treat life, Yuki. In return, life also treats them accordingly. If I were to grade the lives of others, a series of episodes poorly sewn together deserves nothing more than a C grade. Being envious of others, seeking reasons to justify your own failure, arguing that you're still young and can afford to relax when you're well in your 30s, and I'd give you an A grade for sewing your own life. Even if there's no happy ending, there's something to remember. Hey. I too want to say hello. Oh look, who's here? How are you doing today, Tish? Great as always. I believe you two have already met, Yuki. Yep, he was lucky enough to witness me. Luck is all you enjoy talking about, don't you? Tish represents chance, fate, and fortune. Chaos, to put it short. All what you said before about the story of my life. So what's the big deal? Well, it's a long story. On the one hand, I'm on good terms with time. Yuki, do you know which way this planet goes? Last I heard, it goes around. Close enough. I don't recognize this person. Unless this is Taya without her glasses, I'm not entirely sure. It goes around and round. We're going through a downward spiral, Yuki. It's neither good or bad. It's a natural cycle. What was a beginning has an end. Rinse and repeat. Sadly, the end of the cycle always tends to be quite vicious. Let me give you a few examples. Dark Ages, the Great Plague, the Renaissance, the Great Depression, World War II, the post-war economic boom. These are the cycles, or the ages of man I'm talking about. Almost every mythology or religion has something to do about it. Say, a journey from the Golden to the Iron Age in Greek mythology. Peace and harmony prevailed during the Golden Age. Good and noble people were said to live among gods. In the Iron Age, though, humans live an existence of toil and misery. Children dishonor their parents. Brother fights with brother. Might makes right. Does it ring any bells, Yuki? You know what all cycles have in common closer to the end, Yuki? Humans stop being considerate of others. You can understand your purpose in life only after you understand that of others. Their purpose is no better or worse than yours. Maybe there's no purpose at all, but you never know until you try to find one. And you had Ermi to act as a mirror, but if you know what I'm talking about. Maybe we're getting close to the end of yet another cycle right now. That's what we're trying to understand. You can call it a laughable theory, but truth be told, making something laughable stops people from believing in it. Moreover, if you're a believer, it makes them laugh at you. No one likes to be a clown, so you're likely to change your mind. To alternate sources of energy. Do alternate sources of energy exist? What a joke, right? And by the way, if it was true, the oil market would be no more. Funny coincidence. Just saying, you know? Oh, and closer to the end of every cycle, it seems that more and more lives become meaningless and empty. We decided to see if we can fix it, so we observed quite a lot of people. Sadly, we failed each time, and you're no exception. Okay, time for another decision, now that I know how to actually save. Okay. Keep listening, argue that it was impossible to change anything in just 4 days. She's trying to explain stuff here. Possible to change something in just 4 days. I'm gonna go for the controversial, like I'm gonna argue against that. Let's see. Well then, please tell me, how on earth was I supposed to change anything in just 4 days? That's right, only 4 days. It's nothing. If I gave you 2 weeks, what would be different? Based on my experience, a life can be condensed in a few days just fine. Come on, I need at least a year. Wait a second. Do you want to say that? If I gave you a year, you would try to fill the story of your life? You would work on improving your life every day for a whole year? Do you really mean it? Alright, well, not very far from that other decision, so yes, I do. Wow. Believe it or not, you're actually the first one to say yes. A year, huh? Alright, deal. What are you going to do, by the way? Well, look, I have an idea. Let, Moira, help you. I'll let the Moira help you. Let's treat your next year as a small life, as a full cycle. Nana will give her advice on where to start. Sima knows better than anyone how to keep going, and Marcia's knowledgeable about the end. Let's see. That kind of advice is personal, so you need to know the girls better. Good news is you've already learned quite a bit about one of them. Now I can't really rewind your life, but I think Tish has some tricks up her sleeve. Leave it to me. As soon as we finish things here, you'll be able to start all over again. Worry not, I won't make you go through the whole 4 days. It's going to be a breeze. Let's try it, Yuki. But first, let me call her. Oh, this one, okay. How are you today, Yuki? It must have been rough for you. By the way, thanks for yesterday. I enjoyed it. The clothes were so much more comfortable. And revealing. Oh, did you like it? Yes. Here we go. The beginning and the end. I'm going to tell you about something in between. Something extremely important for your success. What is it? The key to your success is productivity. Every time you wake up, write down 2 things you need to do today. Everything else is strictly optional. I wonder if I should do this, actually do this. Okay, so write 2 things I need to do today, and okay, everything else is strictly optional. Got it, okay. Don't even start to do something else until you're done with both. I see. Another big issue we have today is lack of concentration. Do you know that feeling when you want to do something, but then you keep getting distracted? Sit down and set a timer and focus only on your key task for 45 minutes. Take a short break and start all over again. By the end of the day, you'll notice the difference. A lot of people nowadays boast about their long working hours. In reality, they simply waste too much time. How can you do it with the most precious asset in the world? Long work meetings, endless coffee chats, social media. Keep in mind you also have sleep, so treasure every second. But there's so many things to do. Not as much as you think. Let me assure you, try to do what I say. In return, you'll get rid of another annoying feeling. You know, when you worked a lot, yet nothing's really done. I know what you're talking about. Oh, and everything is possible. What does that have to do with anything? At the start, your goal might not seem feasible at all. Just don't stop. Keep going, and it'll work out somehow. Alright, so 2 things to do, and if I get distracted, just those things, make sure I spend at least, upwards of an hour on it. Got it. Gotcha. I could do this YouTube thing. That's what I could probably do. I don't know. Who cares? Who dares wins, Yuki? Also, don't do everything from scratch. Reach out to people. What? It's a common mistake to reinvent the wheel. Do you mean that I should ask for help? Correct. Let a professional do their job. They're too busy for someone like me. They won't even notice me. That's exactly what everyone thinks. Just send them a message and you'll be surprised. I don't think I have a mentor to do YouTube stuff, but we'll see. What if they don't answer? Even if 9 out of 10 don't answer you, that's enough when you've sent 100 messages. And please do your research. Information is free nowadays. In ancient times, people had to spend a fortune to own a small library. Winning has never been easier, Yuki. Thanks, I'll remember it. I expect only the best from you. And see you soon. Cool. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. Moe Era by Comfy Company. And so, thank you for playing. Cool. Alright, well, that was an interesting turn. I didn't expect that, but then again, I'm not used to these kind of games. So, yeah, I guess this has kind of flipped its head on, like, analyzing the girls and stuff. They're the three sisters of fate. I should have considered, like, since the beginning of the story, it like, oh, and there's a continue? Huh. There's a continue. I didn't know. I thought, so did I fail the Marcia line? I think I did. Alright, well, I will have to stop this here. I'm gonna have to sort my thoughts and figure out what to say about it next time. There's just so many things to go over at this point. Let's see. Okay, so Nana basically knows the outcome of everything. Sima writes the story, so she gets attached to. She's really interested in what we make of it, as it's like she's writing an active novel. And then Marcia is Death, which is kind of rad in a way, but she is probably a little callous to little indifferent, but maybe she's probably got some insight that's definitely going to be a little harder to dig into. I honestly didn't see any wrong turns I made with Marcia, but if that's how it's supposed to end, where you get that special little bit at the ending, then I've got more stuff to unlock. So I'm going to have to change that to the title. It's not the end of the game. I guess we'll have to go back to it. But that was interesting. Yeah, that was an interesting little twist at the end there. All right, and gives me some sort of thought experiment to work on. I think that's something definitely to keep in mind. Me, myself, personally, I've been working out of a depression sort of period. And since dropping the medicine, I already told you guys that things have started to kind of become a little bit better, even though the depression never really disappeared in the first place, and the medicine never really fixed anything. It was just it covered it up. You guys have, it's a pretty cliche sort of answer or story to that, but I feel like this is definitely going to be this will be nice. I don't want to think like some sort of game's going to give me, the answers to life or figuring out, how to be successful or whatever. But I do feel like it's kind of apt for the stage I am in my life and, starting up this channel and all that. So I will have to make sure to make a note to write down 2 things I'm going to do in the day and get them done. And every day I do that for the next year. So I'm sure I've got other things from Nana and Marcia to look at implementing in my day for the next year. And you're right. I think Taya's right. That if I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment, about my shoulda, coulda, wouldas, then and trying to break free of this whole mediocre life sort of thing, I should treat the next year as, maybe a different life, or not necessarily too drastic. I mean, I'm not gonna uproot myself and go and put myself in a really bad spot, but mentally speaking, I'd say we're going to try and take it as a different sort of path than what I was resolved to accepting, I guess, again, mentally speaking. So Thank you guys for watching. I will get back to you in the next episode. We're going to go ahead and push for Nana's storyline and see what she has to say at the end. I've got to continue, so that means I have the chance to learn about these other characters as we go along. I'm going to have to make sure that before each even vague sort of decision, I save. Because that was kind of silly having to go through the entire game because I made the wrong decision with Sima. And I guess in a way it was kind of good that I had that outcome, because now I know that there is something missing from Marcia. I'm pretty sure she didn't have to go and have that interview with the school tutor. I probably just messed up early on with one of the answers, and it can't possibly be ones where like it's nothing but straight dialogue. It's one of the choices that I've made. I don't know why it was so easy to go on a date with Sima. I think it's just because she's a straightforward person and well within, like, when we had to clean that room or whatever, that was definitely about the time it started being obvious that she was perfectly fine going out on a date with my character and learning more about each other outside of the classroom. So anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna be pushing for 100 subs by the end of March, or not by the end of March, but by the end of February. So 100 subs by March. We got 3 weeks. I think we can still do it. I have been seeing a lot of promotion of my videos on YouTube, and so I know that like pushing out this content more consistently is having a positive impact on the channel. I can't really speak like broadly and say that I'm including anyone in this project until I have an audience. I just, the people that I do have subscribed to me, I appreciate you guys, but we'll, I don't want to sound gaudy or whatever. I want to make sure that we're still grounded in reality here. It's just a startup channel, and I've still got a lot to prove to you guys and a lot to prove to myself. So, cool. Alright, nice little inspiring thing. I actually feel pretty excited about implementing some of these lessons that I've learned in here. It's, again, philosophical-ish sort of games. I'm feeling like I kind of stumbled upon this title. I didn't really, like, expect it. So, in terms of, like, finding other games that are philosophical-based or ones that'll give a lot of deep thought, a good thinking project on, I don't know where to look for them, really. I'm just gonna have to kind of hit or miss. But if you guys know any other titles that you would recommend I look into that are similar to this kind of stuff that I get into, the more the merrier. And yeah, we'll have to find out on the next episode. So this is FehtSama signing off for now. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.